Y'all ain't ready? What? It's the intro to my show. It's my show, not your show. It's the intro to my show. It's the Chris Riggin show. It's the intro to my show. It's my show, not your show. Hold the intro to my show. It's my motherfucking show. It's the Chris Riggin show. It's my show. It's my show. It's the Chris Riggin show. It's my show, not your show. It's my show. It's my show. This the intro to my show. Better listen to my show. If not, use a hoe. There was a post on Bacon where somebody asked name the best gay comedians in the Bay Area because they're trying to book a show.
Yeah.
And he put my name on there. And I was like, what? And then I was just like, it was not the right time to do it.
Yeah.
You know, it's actually a time when people were trying to help people.
Yeah, right.
And, and I was like, what's up with this? You know what I
Jesse
mean?
Smollett.
Yeah, I'm just like, what's up with that? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And he's like, I thought you were gay. And I was like, what? You thought I was gay? When have I ever...
But no, he didn't.
He did. He literally wrote that. He said, "Oh, my bad. I thought you were gay." I was like, "Really? When have we ever had that? Like, if I was gay, you would know I'm sucking dick because I would bring
Everybody would know.
I would bring it up every time I'm around you just to make you uncomfortable.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And I was just kind of like, it was like I'm not pissed off to the point where I like. But it's just one of those things where it's like, okay, I see where respect level is. You know what I mean? And I try to put cats on shows, and it's whatever.
We're done.
It's nothing.
Yeah.
We'll probably cut that part out because, yeah, fuck it. We'll leave it in. What's up, everybody? This is the Chris Riggins Show. FAMEless. What's good? We in the place. We popping. This our third episode. We
Number
chilling.
3.
Number 3. Of course, you heard the intro, so you know it's my show, not your show. You know what I'm saying? Of course, we got my co-host Jason Missiles over here. The Bitter Lake OG, former rapper, now thrash metal singer. Is that what it's called?
Sure.
No, what is
player.
it? What is your
thrash?
It's called?
Yeah, hardcore.
Hardcore. It's like
Thrash.
Like if the Gravediggers had developed their musical style.
You want to break shit when you hear it?
Dude, you guys should do that. You guys should do covers of Gravedigger songs.
On our bio, it says we are the NWA Public Enemy of metal.
Do you guys have like a metal NWA cover?
I wanted one.
Fuck the police. Fuck the
Oh, a cover song.
Yeah.
Nah, I let
Why
Ice-T
not?
do that.
Why not?
He's kind of got that on lock.
Ice-T's a cop now. You can't be trusted to be part of the
He just
revolution
released
anymore.
another hardcore album. That's
Yeah,
doing
I don't
really
believe
well.
him. I feel like he's like. Here's the thing: you play a cop once in a movie,
Yeah.
New Jack City.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, you don't want to be a cop. You just was playing a cop because that
Right.
was really dope to have you going after the ring because you was in real life the drug dealer, and it was just it was
Switch
a
it
play
up.
on life.
Irony,
Yeah.
right?
Irony.
personified.
But now you've been playing a cop on SVU
Like
for
20
like
years.
20 years,
But check
my nigga.
this.
Has
Check
he?
this.
You
People
went from
don't
a
talk about
ponytail to a fade, nigga.
this. Hey, you know why he's that cop? Apparently, that wasn't supposed to be a long role, and they just dug his character.
Because he was so good at it.
He's getting a check.
Right.
Hey, you know what? That's
He's
a
getting a
low
real nice
bar for
check.
niggadom nowadays. I'm tired of niggas using he's getting a check as an excuse to
And-
let niggas slide. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
we were just talking about
No, that
Tyler
is the
Perry.
official excuse.
We
No,
were just
you're
talking
right,
about
you're
Tyler
right.
Perry.
He
And I
getting
could
the
be like,
bag.
well, Tyler Perry getting checks.
He
I
getting
mean,
the bag. Yeah.
I mean, every bag ain't good.
But if you watch his character in the show, his character would be a character that you would really appreciate. He's got the gay son
yeah,
that's
that
like
was funny.
married.
Who keeps getting fucking kidnapped and shit? I'm like,
I don't watch
Ludacris is his stepson.
oh, Ludacris. That was a
Come
good
on.
episode.
that. Yeah.
Ludacris is a far better actor than people give him credit for. Like, I can watch Ludacris act before I
What
can
was the
listen
movie?
to his
What's the name of
music.
that movie? The Hard Out Here for a Pimp movie. What's the name of it?
Oh,
Hustle
Hustle
and
and
Flow.
Flow. He just played himself.
That
but more
wasn't.
grimy.
Nah, that's not.
What other movie was
Ludacris
he in?
was he was
Yeah, he was a rapper.
Oh,
was
he
the
was.
rapper
That's
that
right,
they
he
He
made
was
was.
at that little sugar shack
Yeah,
in the
but
cuts.
I don't know if you can say that's not. I don't know if you can really say, okay, that's good acting skills. I feel like he was just being himself in that movie.
Who and
I think he had to step out of his
he was being
comfort level of being
he was being a character,
No, I feel
character
like-
of himself.
What about in
Yeah.
Crash? I thought he did a great job in that
I
movie.
did not watch that movie all the way through
Yeah.
because
I think he
knew
was
it
playing
He was
himself
still a
in
criminal.
Crash.
He was.
I felt that movie was bullshit. I felt Crash was trying to say, "Hey, white people hurt too," and I was like, "Fuck y'all."
White people hurt too.
It was.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a
was-
good movie though.
I don't know. I
But
don't
at the
believe
end, it was no. But okay,
don't
you know
believe
they got to do this sympathetic white situation at the end.
Crash
I know.
is a big budget Hollywood film that, in a long line of big budget Hollywood films, you can only hit racism a certain kind of way, and it has to be very, very overt and over the top, right?
Yeah.
So we're not going to look at police
Microaggressions.
That's kind of what it is. It's a movie of quote unquote
Crackers being crackers. And the other voice you're hearing on the Chris Riggins show, FAMEless, is a very good, very special guest for me.
Hey.
My very good friend, my fellow comedian, my sister in jokes, Miss Chey Bell.
I'm in here. What's good?
Bell. Chey Bell, for you white people who don't know what Bizzell means. We're sincere. Like we start the show off kind of like randomly.
Okay.
We don't ever like to, it feels awkward to be like just, boop, start the show. So we all start randomly, get you going and stuff.
Warm you up a
that.
little
Okay.
Warm you up a bit. So we were warm. I just forgot that quick what we were talking about
What were we talking about with?
just a second ago.
We're talking about New Jack City and black people.
Okay.
Crash.
We were talking about
Crash.
Ice-T initially.
Yeah.
Now here's the thing. Ice-T played the best TV criminal I've ever seen in my life on New York Undercover. When he
Ice-T.
You remember when he was on New York Undercover? And you remember New York Undercover?
Cut right there.
I remember the show, but I don't remember him on
He
the show.
had a three episode series with him versus Detective Williams, who is Malik Yoba.
Okay.
And they was going back for, and in the outcome, he killed Malik Yoba's pregnant girlfriend.
Which one?
The pretty light skinned one that looked like she was white.
Michael Michelle?
Michael Michelle.
Yeah.
He
he
killed her.
killed her. Wow.
Yeah.
She was like the hot thing
Wait a
from
minute.
like 89 to 93.
And she was always playing to say, like, in fucking New Jack
Jack
City,
City.
Nino treated her like
The
shit. She
same,
was like, I
same.
loved you, Nino. And that nigga was so cold. He was like, yeah, so you gave a brother some books. Like, this nigga is cold.
Your father was like house and shit at Harlem General.
Your mother was houses, and your father was uptown making them house calls. Nino was not a person you tell your personal business to, because he's gonna use it against you. Like he basically saw. They went to a wedding together somehow after they had some big fight.
Wait, in like real life?
In the movie, the
Oh.
wedding where Keisha got killed.
Ashford.
New Jack
dude.
City.
Yeah.
What was his name? I want to say John Ashford.
Nick Ashford.
Nick Ashford.
Nick Ashford was playing the
my
pastor to
God.
drug dealers, and
Didn't he write Ain't No Mountain High Enough?
probably niggas be talented.
He wrote, because that's Ashford and Simpson. That's the writing team from Motown.
You know what? I always
Oh,
felt
was
he
it?
got gypped on a role. I always felt like he should play the Beast from Beauty and the Beast.
Oh. You know what? When you mentioned Malik Yoba, what a change of events since he has now. Does he identify as queer? What?
Nah, he
Malik
just like
Yoba's
chicks
queer?
with dicks.
He said that recently that he's attracted to trans.
He likes titties and penis.
Yeah.
Word.
There's nothing
You
wrong
didn't
with
see
that.
you didn't
I
see
like
that?
titties. I like my penis.
Wait,
but, you know,
time out. He was like, if
He's attracted. He dates
was like-
trans.
He was like
Men.
basically, yeah, he's like trans women are women, which is a statement you can make, and I don't disagree with
is he
it.
talking about like full on? What is it? You call post op
I think he's talking about chicks with dicks
with the dangles?
with the dangalang.
I
And that's
mean,
nothing wrong with that, ladies
I
and gentlemen.
think what was it? There was a
Woke here.
situation with the kid got killed or somebody, and
Yeah.
he came out to speak out against it.
Yeah.
I forgot the
and
kid's
niggas
name.
abandoned
You mean
him
the
that
one out
quick,
here
like
a
he
few years
wasn't
back?
Detective Williams.
You mean a few years back when Eddie Araujo
No.
was Gwen was her name?
I don't
You talking about like 10 years ago?
No. He said this recently. It was like on Facebook, so
Oh.
it wasn't like 10 years ago. It was probably like, maybe a year ago. It was like a couple months ago, maybe. Maybe it wasn't last year, but I do remember
Word?
Yeah.
Negroes were in an uproar about, Malik Yoba supporting the trans community, and then all the gay jokes flooded, and all the memes about
I
him.
can't believe you
sucking
didn't hear
dicks
you didn't hear that. It was like pretty
Jason's-
big.
Jason's very political, not very social.
Oh, okay.
You
I
know
try
what
to
mean?
stay out of like the DJ Vlad sphere of
Oh, okay.
gossip, unfortunately. So a friend of ours that we went to school with helped DJ Vlad get on in the early days.
Who?
Balance, Saeed Crumpler.
Oh, Saeed Crump, what's up,
Because of
guys?
that, when DJ Vlad was DJing like parties out here in Walnut Creek, I'm talking
Oh, so
years
that's
ago.
how he got the name DJ Vlad. Because I was like, DJ Vlad, I've never heard you spin a record.
you should Saeed has a funny story about. He has like quite a few.
I'm gonna
funny
get him
stories
on here.
about
I'd be
him.
working. He's seeing him at the gym.
So that dude, I signed up on a mailing list. I want to say like maybe 15 years ago. So I still get DJ Vlad stuff, and that's how I know who some of these rappers are, and that's how I know some of the drama that goes on. Because I'm
Yeah.
like, what is an NBA young boy?
Oh yeah, that guy is problematic.
What?
NBA YoungBoy. I saw a series of tweets where he tried to holler at an actual NBA player's girlfriend, and she was like, "Yeah, I don't really fuck with rappers like that," or "I got a dude." She was like, being like, she wouldn't, and then he just went off.
Respectful.
He was like, "Bitch, I'm NBA YoungBoy. I kill your boyfriend."
Oh my God.
He was like, "Bitch, and if I see you at a party, I'm gonna get that party shut down." I'm from he was basically saying he's gonna shoot up a party.
Wow, he sounds like
she
a
didn't
real
want to
piece
get
of
at him.
shit.
Yeah, cause she didn't want to have sex with a rapper. He was like, "These NBA niggas can't fuck." I was like, "How would you know?"
Right.
That,
Is that how you got
is
the name?
Yeah.
NBA young boy.
Yeah.
I mean, let me stop talking for him. Comes up here and shoots up this Soundwave
He ain't
studio.
coming. They motherfucking.
But it's
a lot of these rappers think they
Yeah.
hard, but they ain't coming here to fucking.
If when you come into this building, you kind of question your decision. to come here,
I
like,
did. I stayed in the car.
Hey, real
Yeah.
talk.
Well, because this neighborhood is increasingly become more tent city like every
Yes.
year, and so it just looks sketchy. But the people are harmless.
Yeah, the people here are actually. I feel safer around these people than I do around a lot of these well-dressed Negroes.
I can
Yeah.
tell some stories about my encounters with these people over the years.
If I see a bunch of dreadlocks and Jordans, I'm like, yo,
I'm out of here.
somebody about to get robbed. Let's
Yeah.
get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I will say that rappers do come from other areas to take certain their photos here.
Of course.
Hella photos.
Oh, to be trying to
Yeah.
get street cred or
Yeah.
something?
Of course.
Oh.
Yeah, it's all about the image.
You have no idea how many
I believe
photo
it.
shoots that I've seen, and you just laugh because you're like, you ain't from around here.
Yeah.
You right here because you know this
You
ain't even,
know.
this
This
ain't
ain't
really
even
the
it.
hood.
Yeah, this
really-
ain't
this
even
just where
it.
poor people at. This is not the hood. It's a difference.
You just took a picture in front of a dude living in his car.
Yeah.
Oh,
What kind
my
of
God.
piece of shit.
Yeah.
What kind
That's
of
even
piece
worse.
of shit are you?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I don't know. So, Chey Bell, what's going on in your life?
Man, a lot. It's a fun time right now. I'm sure you know, but I made my national television debut.
What?
Yeah.
Before me?
Was
I'm
you on
kidding.
Boomerang the TV show?
What?
Was you
No.
on Boomerang the TV
What's
show?
that?
TV?
I was,
On
Oh, the
BET?
Boomerang TV show. Did you hear about that? They
No,
made
I don't know.
Boomerang the movie into a TV show with
Yeah.
younger,
Oh,
less
yeah.
talented
Yeah.
actors.
no, I was not on that. I was doing stand-up comedy, and it was on. Let's reel it back. I was on Funny AF on Revolt TV,
Revolt
and Funny
TV.
AF is a
Oh,
stand-up
shit.
show. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
So
I just met
that
Monica.
aired this week.
How was it?
It was awesome. It was great. It's still airing. So I probably got. It's going to continue to air, but I got about 9 live air dates. So in other words, I got 9 different times that it will air over the next 5 or 6 days.
But you better find on their website and go.
yeah, you can
watch.
go to Revolt, and you can find the show Funny AF, and then you can see the list of comics who are featured every week.
There's a
Did you
couple
see a
people I
bump in
know.
your social media?
Yeah. What's up?
Did you see a bump in your social media?
Not really. I feel like every day, yes, every day there's a few more people that follow me. Every day I do get a few more friend requests, but it's
Oh.
not a huge influx. But like
Yeah.
every day, maybe like 5 or 6 additional people will follow me or send me a friend request on Facebook.
Dope.
So that's
That's
good,
dope.
but it's not a but. That's still positive.
Oh, I'm a metrics person.
I gotta
so I'm
send my
always reading
tape.
that
Yeah.
shit.
I got to talk. I just met Monica
Yeah.
a couple of weeks ago, so I got to talk to her. I actually directed. She was looking for more black women, so I directed to a couple of our friends here.
Okay, good.
And so I'm gonna hit her up also about my set.
Yeah, that's
'Cause
it's good. I mean, I was very pleased. The production was very high quality. Everybody was super professional, super nice.
How was the crowd? Because I know I've been to a couple of live comedy
Yeah.
tapings, and sometimes the crowd is like they there, but they not there.
They were definitely there.
Do they warm them up for you?
I don't know, because I think that what happened was there's a bunch of comics who are taping on the same day, and so
Oh.
I think I taped early in the day. I taped like at 1. And I think there was a taping before me. I'm glad I wasn't first. I do notice that there were some comics who the crowd didn't respond the same.
jokes didn't hit the way they thought they was going to
And
hit.
so you definitely need to bring the heat. You have to be comfortable. You need to be funny in order to make those people laugh, because because like you said, Chris, sometime they there, sometime they not. What was weird is that my mic wasn't on.
Mhm.
Right, so I'm mic'd and I'm talking into the mic, but I can't hear myself.
Oh, so
And
how's
so-
the crowd here? So is it not mic'd in the room? You're just vocally, you're just doing it all
Yeah,
off spoken
there-
word shit.
it's-
Oh, there's no monitors for you. There's not even floor monitors.
No, there's a monitor.
So you can hear back.
No, oh, right. Okay, my bad. I
Yeah,
thought
yeah.
you meant like a teleprompter. That's
No.
a different thing. No, I could not hear anything. And I think that had to do with production, whatever they're trying to do from a sound perspective of
God
making
damn
it
it,
equal.
Puffy.
I couldn't hear it. I think that's, I almost feel like that's normal.
Mm-hmm.
I think in that situation, that was just my first time, so I wasn't used to it. And it was off-putting the first time. When the first words came out of my mouth was off-putting, but I just blocked it out and, did my thing.
See, I would probably say, yo, you know this mic ain't on.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Wait, do they do it in LA or here?
Yes, in LA.
You got to go to LA first.
I had a friend that was on Revolt TV. She's on E now.
What's her name?
Oh, nice.
Sibley Scholes. She's
What
like
was
the
she
main
doing?
Host. She was on hosting something on Revolt, and then she got on E, and now she's like the official, what do you call it, correspondent to. So she goes out to all the big red carpet events.
Okay, yeah, so red carpet correspondent.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Kind of like, what was it? One woman that, oh God, what was her name? Brooke Burke. Remember Brooke Burke on E? I'm old, so I'm going back like 20 years.
But
she
it's
got,
just
like,
they represent the whatever network or what show, and then they go out and cover red carpet events and interview people.
and I think she's got like a show. But
Okay.
she was on Revolt for a minute, and then it definitely catapulted her to something bigger. So
Yeah.
it's definitely a hell of a platform.
I mean, I hope so.
You know
It's
what?
a hell of a platform.
I just realized something that we actually did something by coincidence.
What?
It's International Women's Day.
Oh,
Dun, 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 dun.
hey.
And I got one of my favorite women here. What?
Hey. Oh, it is today.
Yeah, see how
It's Women's
Wait,
Month.
You didn't know?
Oh,
it
it's
was
a whole
International
month of
Women's
y'all?
Day? I mean,
Don't put
Wait,
me
is
on
it
blast
Women's
like
Month
that.
or Breast Cancer Awareness Month?
it's
No,
Or does
what?
that course?
Breast Cancer Awareness Month is in October.
wow. These
Wow.
months are just building
This-
up, man.
Yeah.
These months fly by. Next thing you
Yeah.
know, it's gonna be toe pancreatic cancer.
Everything.
You know, it's
Every
gonna
day,
it's gonna
every
be toe
time.
So
cancer
it's
month.
Women's Month.
Yeah, it's Women's History Month.
We're gonna have to start stacking
And today
these
is
months.
International Women's Day.
So what do you do on International Women's Day? Like
Barbecue.
This.
this?
Yeah.
What do you do? I mean, like, I don't know. I feel like I should do something special for the women in my life, but also, I feel like I think International Women's Day should be a day where they pay homage to me.
Why?
Because
you brought two women into the world, or what?
Because here's the thing: I respect women 365 days of the year.
You
I don't
do.
need a day to represent for my ladies. So on this day, y'all should be like, "Thank you, Chris."
Yeah. Thank you, Chris. Thank
Not
you
you.
for
You
being
already
dope
thank
all the time, though. But you are though.
You thank me. I know. I'm dope. I'm trying to be.
Do you think
You dope.
that
Next
there's
time you
enough-
got some tickets for Talib Kweli, go ahead and
I'm
swing on
gonna
my
take
way,
you
though.
with me. You can roll with me.
You feel me? Because I be seeing people backstage,
Damn.
and
you can
some
be
of them
my-
is lacking melanin, but we ain't gonna go there.
Ooh.
And I'm like, can I get in? Can I get meet one time? I just want to do it one time.
You know what? And the funny thing is, like, now I think I'm in a position where I can do it. Because here's the thing about FAMEless. It's kind of like I came with the idea that, I'm connected to a lot of famous people, but I am, like, not famous, or I don't really have the type of clout. Now with Talib, I do have the kind of pull and relationship where I can be like, hey, I'm bringing 14 people, nigga, and we all on the list. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? I can do that now.
With that tone, you gonna say it with that?
Well, no, I'd be more like, hey, Qua, is it cool if I bring
Yeah.
3 people?
3+, and then just come with who you come with.
And they all got +2?
Yeah.
I told you about the time he came here and I dropped your name.
Oh, yeah, he tells me about that every time. Every time somebody in this country that knows me sees quality, they're like, where's Chris Riggins? And he's like, nigga, I am not his business manager. I
Yeah,
don't know
right.
where this nigga is. Like, and it's so funny because I'm like, keep telling him, how's it feel? How's it feel when people keep
You're
asking
like,
you,
Yeah.
you
you
know
know
Chris
me?
Riggins? He came
You
here
know-
with Styles P to do a video.
Oh, yeah, the
And,
seven.
and the guy that was directing the video didn't know who he was. So someone called last minute, goes, hey, I need to book a room to shoot a video last minute. And when people want to shoot a video last minute, it's always a rap video,
Mm-hmm.
and they always try to overdo it. It's like, nigga, you can't shoot a video in an hour.
Yeah.
It can't be done.
No.
This guy happened to be a professional. He just needed to get a couple shots.
Yeah.
And someone told him, come here for these shots. So the dude comes in, and then Talib and Styles P come in, and I'm like, oh. The guy didn't know who he is. The guy goes, do you know what a Talib Kweli is?
Wow.
The director. Like, he really had no
Do you
idea.
know what a Talib quality?
And I was like, yeah. So dude comes in, and I'm like, hey, I think you did. It was like right when you had left to LA. So it was like, hey, I think you DJ my buddy Chris Riggins' going away party. And he goes, yeah, Chris Riggins, yeah.
He hates that.
What he does?
Reminds him that I'm going to be more famous than him. I'm just kidding. No, he's funny because he always tells me that, like, and I'm like, yeah, I'm in these streets, nigga.
I'm out here.
It happens
I'm
to
out
Dave
here,
Chappelle
fam.
too. It never happens to Mos Def because Mos doesn't talk to people. But
Oh, word?
he doesn't like to talk to people. Like
I get that.
I feel so bad because like we be outside and we was outside smoking a cigarette and we was outside smoking a cigarette and we was laughing just like that. Me and him was laughing. This girl's going, oh my God, it's Mos Def. He's like, oh.
He got clammed
He
up.
just clammed up. I was like, she's like, yeah, picture. He's like, no.
Super,
I love
super
him,
introverted. Now, Shay, are you super introverted when you get off stage? Because
I am. I hate people.
I perform, but I'm not a comedian. So I'm on stage with other people and there's instruments so I can hide behind stuff. And whenever I see comics, I'm always like, ooh, I can't do that.
Yeah. I will say it's uncomfortable. It takes some
At
getting
times.
used to having people, acknowledge your accomplishments or give you, accolades or say you did a good job. It's you can, it takes some getting used to, I feel like. Not like I get it all, but it just takes some getting used to. I think for anybody, maybe that's an artist like to accept maybe the accolades. Because I think though we're like you said we're like extroverted in some ways, but then deep inside there's so much else going on.
There's a soul, like even if you're talking shit about your dating missteps, there's still some like you put real shit out there for people to laugh at. If you're joking amongst your homies, it's one thing, and there's a room full of strangers. You've just made them laugh at probably one of the more embarrassing parts of your life.
Yeah.
And then you walk away.
And they want to talk about
And
it.
they want to talk about it.
Want to
Like,
talk about it more.
Yeah, and it's like,
It's
I've
like,
already said.
Like now I got to entertain you off stage too. Like,
do you guys sell anything too? Do you sell shirts or anything?
I'm gonna have to start doing it, but I don't. Like to do
I do, but not frequently enough.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I do.
Because that's another thing we have to like interact with them if you're trying to sell
Yeah.
merchandise.
I mean, you try to get people to help you do that.
Well, you know, as I got
You
my
bring a merch
my
person.
partner,
Yeah.
my partner Veronica
I'll
is
bring
gonna be
my
the person that
girlfriend.
does that. Yeah,
And
my
then-
partner. Yeah. You gotta have someone do that hasn't been on stage because then it buffers it because people
Yeah,
are so
it's too
people are
much.
so
But you
weird.
will sell
Yeah.
more stuff if people can talk to you.
Because like here's
But
the thing.
sometimes I might stand by the table and take pictures and do that type of stuff.
Yeah.
But I try to. I honestly, I would prefer. I just want to go in a hole sometimes.
I went to a big
I feel
concert
you.
at the Oakland Coliseum, and they had TLC shirts on sale out at the little little merch section. And guess what? I didn't see. I didn't see TLC standing by the fucking merch trying to sell that shit. So-
TLC is not Chris Riggins. Nigga.
Yeah,
Don't get it
exactly.
twisted.
Tell me about
It's
it,
all
right?
relative.
Speak on it, nigga. They
It's
not
all
Chris Riggins.
relative.
They TLC, and they got RAV4s, and I drive a Toyota 4Runner already. So already I'm above them in the game. They did all that to get RAV4s, and I got a 4Runner, which
Yeah,
is the higher
Hey.
step
Yeah.
of Toyotas.
Hey,
Psh, psh.
there's
Yeah.
a big difference between me fucking running off stage to get behind the merch booth and
not doing it.
fucking
So
I
you
love
sell
you.
your own merch,
hell yeah.
and you feel like you do better
Hiram
because
don't
you're
do that.
there. You don't feel like you're kind of.
You know,
That
I'm
shows you have no confidence
Let
in
me-
your
let me-
performance.
yeah.
Do you feel like you pimping yourself out a little bit?
No.
Hoeing.
Because everything we do musically and even merch wise is has the message of what we do musically, like it's hella political and
Got a
shit like that.
message.
So it's like if you want to,
Sounds
if
good.
you're coming at me after the show, you probably want to talk about like Marxism or some shit like that, which is fine.
Oh my God, no. That's like I told you.
But I do that for the whole band, so those dudes get to go walk away,
But see, yeah,
and
it's-
hide.
exactly.
yeah.
They're smart.
and I'll be the one like I'll take this,
Well, you're a personable person. You like to talk to people. I don't like to talk to. That's why I started doing comedy.
which is funny
Comedy
because
is
you
like-
are.
no. I can talk to people I know.
You don't. So when they come and interact with you, you be like,
I shut down. I'm just like, okay. Like they wouldn't have the. Oh, okay, yeah. What inspires you? Because I was gonna ask questions like, well, how'd you get in the nigga, I just got on stage. Like, what
Yeah.
the fuck is this now? Why
Yeah.
you know? I told you a lot of shit about myself on stage. I would assume that you wouldn't want to know anything else about me.
Oh no, they
And
want to
you
know
would-
everything.
You were like, okay, here's what I like. Good show. Thank you. I appreciate
Keep up
you.
the good work.
Good. No, I don't like that because that's condescending to me. That makes
Why?
me feel like you think I didn't do as good as I could have done. When you say keep up the good work, that's more like an encouragement of like,
Get
oh,
'em
you
next
didn't do
time,
that well.
champ.
Get 'em. Yeah, don't quit. You don't
Yeah.
let this stop you.
Don't quit.
You don't let this stop you. Don't let it.
You know what happened to me one time. I was performing at I was hosting a music show in LA when I first started doing comedy about 8 years ago, and I didn't know what the hell I was doing, you know.
Oh, those are always tricky.
But I was up there, I was eating it. I mean, it was terrible to the point where you could see the exasperation on my face. And it was a black club too, right? And there was a black man in the audience was like, because he could see me like slowly dying inside. And he was like, nah, work that shit out. Keep going.
They was with you.
They was though, you know. So I think about that moment because I must have looked defeated. Like this ain't nothing I'm saying working, but my people was with me. They was like,
Like, you ain't funny, but we support your dream.
yeah.
That's what I love about black, and that's it's a double-edged sword. I say the word double-edged sword a lot on this show because a lot of things are double-edged swords.
Yeah.
Like
Nuance, yeah.
black people support is double-edged sword. Like. Yeah, it's good to know that you can keep trying and they're not gonna judge you. But it's really fucked up that we got all these people in these black churches who can't sing, taking lead in the choir. But
Yeah.
somebody talking
It's
about,
fucked up.
hey,
It's the truth,
you
though.
can do it, baby. Take your time.
that's the
no,
pastor's
bitch, hurry
brand,
up.
baby.
Yeah, 'cause
Don't
you-
take your time. Get through this song faster.
your time.
Get to the end because you suck. Sister Johnson, you can't sing. And I know you've been in the choir for 40 years, but come on.
Yeah.
By
She
now you
leads
should
the
be able to know how to
Killing
look
us.
at a note. I'm not
Yeah.
saying you hope, but bitch, can you look at the note?
Yeah,
Can you just
right.
see it over there and try to emulate it? No. Like just,
Mhm.
ooh, Lord,
Yeah,
I'm going to
that's-
hell. Like I'm going to hell, but I'm not going to the bad part of hell. Like,
To the cool part.
I mean, honestly, I assume I would be in hell with a lot of people I want to be in hell with.
You think so?
Heaven just seems boring.
Like the slowly gentrifying part of hell, where it's
Yeah.
kinda
Not
cool.
even that part.
Like
the part
80s Brooklyn.
I'm talking like yeah,
That part
like
of
like
hell?
the hell I go to is like a combination of 80s Brooklyn, 90s Oakland, and 90s New York, all rolled into one. Not 90s LA because I don't want to get shot, but like you know,
Yeah,
all
oh,
rolled
yeah,
into
yeah.
one.
Now, Shay, are you from the Bay? Are you a native?
I'm from the South Bay.
South
I'm from
I thought black people weren't from the South Bay.
Yeah, they
Well, they out
not.
there.
Like
let
San
me tell you
Jose?
something. My history, I'm from everywhere black people are not. Everywhere.
Nantucket?
Okay? I
go where you need it.
I was born in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
There's no niggas there.
I was raised in Tucson, Arizona.
Wow,
No,
gets worse.
I wouldn't
And
want to
then
be a nigga there.
when in my teenage years is when I moved to San Jose and I stayed there, went to college there, did all that. And then I lived in Napa. And now now I live in Oakland.
And
You
you
earned
hella-
it.
it's like a culture shock for you.
You earned it.
Yeah, I
You've earned
did.
it. You
I
did your
did.
tour duty and all those other
I
places.
did. I did.
I lived in Turlock for a year and a half, and I was like, "Fuck this shit."
Where's that at?
That is
The
between
Central
Modesto
Valley.
and Hell.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
it's off the 99, a little quaint town next to a town called Ceres. If you don't know anything about Ceres, Ceres has had
You're winning.
the highest population of parolees because that's where all the halfway houses are. Now,
Just right by that jail.
yeah,
What's the name of that jail? Bakersfield? What's the name of that?
No,
I don't
the
know.
men's colony, right?
Yeah, some kind of.
Yeah.
I don't know. Put it like this: I lived downstairs with some bank robbers.
What?
They were robbing banks. They showed us the articles, you know, their heists.
Like this me.
You know, they were not the smartest bank robbers. They would go rob a bank at 8 a.m. And then they would go buy all new clothes with the money. And then
Jesus.
they would get up the next morning
This dumbass,
and
huh?
go back to another bank and rob it again in the clothes they just bought. So now they have to throw those clothes away because those clothes were on camera in a robbery.
Is that
So
what colored people call popping tags?
I don't know. I don't know what it was, but
Is that like the
the
definition?
rent was like $600. and they, after stealing upwards of $200,000 from banks, they were evicted for not paying their rent.
Damn.
Which
Yeah.
I felt was a tragic end to their story. I thought, I really want you guys to be like the biggest bank robbers ever. I mean, they gave me a little money at one time.
How much is little?
We don't need to disclose that.
Was it because you were driving a car for them?
No, it was because they thought that their apartment was under surveillance. So they came downstairs to our apartment because we were in the college area. So it was always people coming in and out of our apartment because we were selling weed. But they didn't know that. We had the white baseball players across from us. That's when I found out most white baseball players are racist. And
Really?
Yes.
they came in. It was like they knocked on my door like 10 a.m. Was like, hey, can we smoke? And I was like, yeah, come through. And they brought hella weed and bag of money, and they was like, here, you need some money? Like, I always need some money, nigga. And I was young and I didn't ask no questions. I later found out there was a $10,000 reward, which I am really upset I didn't take advantage of because they was going down anyway.
Yeah, right.
I mean, they weren't the smartest criminals, so it wasn't like I was breaking up some, revolutionary criminal enterprise.
It wasn't the
sophisticated.
Like one of them, the whole operation was down because one of them got caught stealing a steak out the Save Mart.
Yeah, that's just not bright.
You know what Save Mart is?
Yes.
That's like, why would you even buy a steak from there?
Because you hate yourself.
Yeah.
But
used to
isn't that
eat
what
steak there, too.
isn't that what I always say? Is that the police aren't criminal masterminds.
No.
They're not catching
Like-
these people because they're smart.
Yeah,
Someone always does something stupid, or somebody tells.
I think sentencing should be based on how stupid you getting caught was. Like, you know what I mean? Like, like if you get caught doing something stupid, yeah, life, nigga. You're not gonna make it out there.
Yeah,
You're
right,
gonna
yeah.
die. You
Just
need
go
to be
to
somewhere where
jail.
there's structure.
Yeah, right.
Where you're told when to get up, when to go to bed, and get fucked in the ass. I don't know. That's what you need. You need that structure. Like, but if you're a smart, like, Danny Ocean type criminal, then game on, man. Yeah,
just let 'em go out there.
I feel like if you're like a real smart criminal, you do crimes that don't necessarily harm people, like stealing jewels and stealing from rich people. I think it should be like a game. So like if the cops catch you, they hold you for the night and they let you go. All right,
Good
good game.
Yeah, good.
and if you get away,
That's good.
There you go.
that's
Criminal
good, that's
justice
good.
reform under Chris
Yeah.
Riggins' FAMEless.
well, wait
show.
till you hear my plan for the raccoons.
Jesus.
That
So we're
sounds.
gonna take our break now.
Yeah, I want to tell you the raccoons, but we'll take a break.
All right, coming back on the Chris Riggins Show, FAMEless.
Woohoo! Take a minute.
Break. It's the break to my show. It's the break to my show. It's my show, not your show. So I'ma take a break. Ho, we gon' go outside and smoke. Cause Jason don't like smoke in the room. So we going outside to take a smoke. It's the break to the show. It's the break to the show. You can smoke if you want. It's the break to the show. Come back right quick. Don't forget, we got a second half. Here it comes. It's about to start, bitch.
About the whitest thing I can think of in America. It's like
Boston Market.
nah, not even.
Why would
Boston
you-
Market has rotisserie chicken. Niggas love rotisserie
I've
chicken.
never seen. I just know
They have yams.
You
Oh,
ever
you
been to
never went to
Boston?
you never went to the Boston Market in fucking Oakland. You never went.
I
in that.
won't go there. I do DoorDash. I won't go there.
That
Wait a
shit is
minute.
delicious.
Oh, why?
My disdain for Boston Market runs that deep.
Wait a minute. So you never been to Boston?
I've been to Boston numerous times.
I've been to
It's
Boston
gorgeous.
once.
It's nice. It's nice, right?
As a city,
Yeah. I don't
Yeah,
mean
it's
like
a pretty
the whole
city.
politics
There's
of
some
like,
nice people.
It's one of the more. Dave Chappelle made a joke about Boston that he hit the nail on the head. He goes, "What's where racism is specific."
yeah.
There's definitely Boston is to me is where like white people act like niggas.
Right,
Oh,
which is
yeah.
weird. Mark Wahlberg is
Yeah.
a great example of
Oh,
that.
no.
Nigga,
I had
all day long.
I asked some white people in Boston, how come the black people don't talk like the white people from Boston? I was like, what's up with that?
They
How
kind
come?
of do.
I've never heard a black Boston person go, hey, going to the car. I've never heard that.
Talk to Mike Bivens.
Yeah, well,
He goes
Mike,
to the car.
Oh, he does.
He hella goes to
one
the car.
nigga. Bobby
Ricky
Brown
Bell.
don't sound
All
like
the
that.
Boston niggas.
Bobby Brown don't sound like that. Bobby Brown sound like a Baltimore nigga.
No, because he doesn't say water.
I
Or
say
what's
water.
what
I
do
say
Baltimore
water.
niggas say?
Water. Their thing is.
I say
theirs
water.
is Baltimore accent's crazy.
It's a crazy.
It's like you can't
accent.
pinpoint
It's
it.
It is a
sounds
crazy
like it
accent.
sounds almost It sounds like not even in this country.
I
Sounds
can't
South
place
African,
it.
like an American South African accent.
Yeah,
I
Woodard,
can't place
what
it.
they
Yeah,
say?
when you hear like Baltimore niggas talk, it's a whole.
Or like Monique. There's
Is
certain,
she from Baltimore?
Yeah, there's certain words she'll say.
Oh.
I can always tell when somebody's from Baltimore. That accent is so distinct.
You know why
Yeah.
I think that is? There's a line, and if the north and south, we call it the Mason-Dixon line. And if you think about it, Baltimore is kind of on almost the southern part. So when you go, they call it the north, right? You're a Yankee if you live above this line. You ever heard people say that?
Yeah.
So if you go to Southern Virginia, they talk way different than them niggas in D.C.
Yeah.
Maryland, go to Southern Maryland. They talk way different from them niggas.
Funny
in
thing is,
there.
I didn't even
They
realize
eat different shit.
I didn't realize Bay Area niggas had an accent until
Yeah, they say we
talked
do.
to somebody. I was making fun of a New Yorker for his accent. I was like, why when you say brother, you take out the TH and put a V there? Why you say brother?
Yeah, brother.
It's my brother, it's my mother.
Yeah, my
I was making
mother,
fun of him.
B.
He's like, y'all niggas sound country. I was like, what do you mean? Yo, bruh, what's up, bruh? I'm like, don't make fun of us because we sound like that. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't realize we do sound country as
Or even
fuck
if we say
sometimes.
something like hella.
Hella.
Because when you go
Ay,
somewhere else
ay.
and say hella, they stay right on it.
When we, ay,
Yeah.
They like,
ay.
oh, you from the Bay.
When you just say,
Yeah.
hey, check
hey,
this out.
hey, partner.
Hey, fam.
Yeah.
Hey.
I was in the UK. We was touring the UK. I was dropping hella so much. Like I was.
And just
They started saying
unsubconsciously.
hella.
Hella.
No, it's like I feel like when you're here and you're at home, you just talk normal.
Yeah.
But when you go outside here, you gotta let motherfuckers know
But you from the Bay.
that you ain't from here.
It ain't even necessary.
I ain't from here, bro. Hey, bro. Where they got them where they got them little sacks at,
Where
bro?
the woo wop at?
Where the woo wop at, bro? Oh, I hit him with the womp womp womp
Yeah.
in New York. It was like, what the fuck? I was like, so we was at the thing and it was like womp womp womp. We can't do this. You know what I'm saying? I hit him with the ooh wop. Nigga, what are you talking about, son? I'm like, nigga, what are you talking about?
You know what I mean?
bruh?
Yeah, I
Hey.
mean.
I definitely got into it in the Bronx, in New York, because I said something about a liquor store, and they
Oh,
call it bodegas.
Yeah.
Don't.
And I was like, I don't know what that is. Nobody says that shit out here.
No,
Maybe
no.
now with the
That's
new
a New
people
York
here.
thing.
Yeah,
Miami
that's a
thing, but
strictly-
bodega.
The
Bodega.
bodega. You mean the bodega? I was like, what is that? And motherfucker looked at me like I was trying to be a dick. I'm like, dude, I'm not
I'm not
from here. We don't talk like that out
We
here.
Yeah.
talk like
Watch Boys
normal
in the Hood or
people.
something. I don't know what the fuck to tell
We
you.
don't talk. No,
Yeah.
here's the thing. Well, here's
they
the
don't
thing.
say that shit either.
That should piss me off too when people from outside of California think that LA niggas and Bay Area
It's
niggas
the same.
are the same. It's
quite
like
different.
they come to be like, hey, cuz, like no, we don't do that. We don't talk like we out like LA country like California niggas all sound country, but
Yeah.
it's different
It's a
parts of the
different
country.
part.
Like down there, it's cuz, man, we was over here at the thing, bruh.
Yeah.
Ain't no busters. Like they
Yeah.
accent,
Yeah.
they accent the last
Yeah,
part. Whereas
they
we
do
more like
buster.
we more lazy. Like, hey, bruh, check this out, man.
Yeah,
you know what I
right,
mean?
But hey, so
We was
blood.
with the
Do you ever say
breezies over
blood?
at
Like when you talk like blood.
yeah, we say blood and cuz.
Not cool to say in LA.
Yeah.
Not anymore. They understand. Like
Now it's cool.
Well, here's the
This
thing.
was in the 90s. I went there.
What
saying
happened
that.
was I said it, but then I said cuz in the same sense because we say we
Yeah,
say blood
yeah,
It
and
ain't
cuz.
nothing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we
it's just
say
whatever.
them both, and once he heard me saying both, he's like, "Oh, you from the Bay?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "All right, cool," and that was
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Now I do remember there was a time when they did used to warn you, like, "Hey,
Right?
hey, cuz you got
Right?
shit with all that blood
You
shit."
want to stop with
Oh,
and
it.
you like,
Yeah.
I'm like, "What you talking about, blood?" And I,
They took us aside like, hey, y'all B-dogs? I was like, what is that? They're like,
Yeah.
y'all saying blood all the time. It's like, well, this is just blood. Blood.
Yeah.
They're like, nah, we don't. Hey, check it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't get. That's what's fucked me up
Gotta
about
check
LA.
it.
There's some rules and regulations to shit that I'm like, I don't get.
Can
why
y'all post
are
the
so-
rules? Can
Yeah.
y'all like post?
Jesus.
Like the parking rules should be up, like the gang rules should be up, like parking rules in LA. Like on depending on what hood you in, put up just a sign that says, "Hey, you are in Rolling 60s Crip territory. These words are
Yeah.
not acceptable.
Once you
This
cross
color
this
blue
light,
is acceptable.
You are now entering into.
You are now
You are
entering
now about to witness
into
the
Pyru
power.
area.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like how Disneyland has all the signs that say you're entering Fantasyland. You're
Yeah.
entering Cripland. You know, like anyway. Look, so Shay,
Yep.
it's International Women's Day.
Yep. Yep.
And you are a comedian.
Yes, I am.
Now, you're a funny comedian.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
And that
Appreciate
means you work a lot.
Yes.
But as a woman in comedy, what is it really like I mean, like only you can, because I mean, like I'll be real, and this is between me and you and whoever listens to this podcast. I can't trust this question to white women comedians,
Okay.
because they don't understand the actual idea of what it's like to act. Like they've only struggled in comedy, and it's like the rest of the world still loves you. It's just like for instance. And it's a long question because I got to set this up.
Yeah, no,
that show, the Marvelous Miss Maisel.
Yeah.
Have you ever watched that show?
Of course.
I tried to watch that show because I'm a comedian.
Yes.
And I do believe that women, but the way I saw this white woman's struggles juxtaposed to black women of that era, I felt very insulted. Because like there's even a scene where a black woman poet gets pushed off the stage.
It was Moms Mabley.
Yeah.
That's who it was supposed to be?
It was Moms Mabley who was supposed to have that spot at this particular high-profile show, and they gave it to her as opposed to Moms Mabley, who at that point was a legend already.
Yeah. So like that. So like,
but this show is not based in fact. It's just one of those period historical
But you can't have
shows.
you can't have a period historical show without the facts of what's going on in the period.
Yeah.
Like that's very white of them. That's what white people like to do. They like to make these movies of an era where everything was cool for them.
Yeah, that
shit wasn't cool for nobody else.
Yeah, that's a good point. Which is, if they did that, I wonder if it was factual and maybe not as far as the I don't even know her name on the character, Mrs. Maisel.
Yeah,
I don't know if Miss Maisel specifically was the one to bump Moms Mabley, but I'm sure Moms Mabley got bumped by a lot of less talented
white women,
female or even male performers during her day.
I mean, we don't even really talk about her as much as we talk about when people go back to the annals of comedy. It always kind of starts. They mention Step and Fetch It, and
they skip right over.
Yeah,
it.
she was like one of the first.
Yeah,
she's like
vaudeville era.
Yeah.
Well, I think the whole imagery of it being a black woman, whether it was Moms Mabley or any black woman, I felt that whole imagery really spoke a lot to society and saying that white women are often given opportunities
all day
that they don't deserve over black women who work twice as hard just to get in that position.
Yeah.
You know, and like as a black woman comedian, like, and that's why I come and said that, because I want to hear your full scope on being a woman in comedy, not just a woman, but a black woman. Like, what is it like?
I think that it's difficult in ways because, you know, there are pockets and groups of female comics where we band together. We support each other. There's, you know, groups, and we try to make sure that we have access to all the information about opportunities in the industry, whether it's, you know, festivals or upcoming, you know, auditions and things like that. And so for that, it's good to be a woman in comedy right now, because there's a lot of opportunities that I have had right now. For instance, I wouldn't have gotten an opportunity to perform or even audition for Revolt if it wasn't for another woman who put me in contact and who made sure that I knew the submission deadlines and made sure that my tape got pushed forward. That is honestly. So for that, it's great. In the same respect, there are a lot of women, particularly white women in comedy, who band together because they feel they're being cheated out of opportunities. And so they're kind of like in the role of a minority, but they don't have the same, my experience, they don't have the same awareness, desire, and the motivation to make way for female comics of color. Right. So that I think very few times is that even a thought in their mind. It's just like, women, we need to support each other and we need to look out. But I think that they're overlooking the fact that as a white woman, they're still going to be propped up. They're going to be given opportunities and pushed forward, and not even think about the fact that there's somebody that is just as talented. They know. Right? The white comics, they know who is equally as talented and who is equally as deserving of opportunities in the black females, but they're not going to go out of their way to push you forward and to speak up for you when they see that maybe there's an injustice being done and that you're not giving the same opportunities when they know that you should be.
That's kind of like how the election is, where people are saying vote blue no matter what.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, you're trying to get me to vote for this guy who has done bad things to black people, but because you want to beat this other racist, you want me to be on your side. And they don't see that. Like, I literally have had this conversation with white men and women who are on the left-leaning side who are like, no, you have to vote for Biden if he's the nominee because we have to get rid of Trump. I'm like, I'd rather take 4 more years of Trump.
Right.
It seems like it'd just be an easier transition to let him get his next 4 years out. He can't run again. Get him
And
out the way, and then we can work because you guys are playing games.
Yeah, right. All
get
day.
rid of- the whole get rid of Trump thing is real interesting too, if you really think about it. Like, you have a guy like Bernie Sanders who's literally been on the right side of history his entire life. That he literally got arrested with marching with Dr. King.
Did he get shot?
Nigga. He was the only mayor at the time to endorse Jesse Jackson.
In Vermont?
Jesse Jackson was running.
Well, you know what?
That
There's
Vermont black
some
community.
problems. I heard I don't know all the facts where Bernie is concerned, but there's some problems. There are some problems with Bernie as well. Just this morning I was reading an article where someone was asking him about reparations for black people, and his response was, there's a better way to deal with people who have been disenfranchised.
Here, I'll give you the truth about that because I know the article you were reading. It's a little older. Bernie has actually signed on to H.R. 40.
Okay.
He actually has people like Cornel West, Breonna Joy Gray. I can't think of her name right now, but the black woman who actually coined the term identity politics as part of the Combahee River Collective with Bell Hooks and a bunch of other people on his team.
Okay.
So the part of the problem is the narrative that we're getting as black people, because a lot of us aren't really that politically connected.
Right. Or even aware.
Aware.
Yeah.
Because the black people that have a loud voice that are actually on his campaign are black people that we don't really listen to that much. Not everybody's listening to everything Cornel West is saying. Breonna Joy Gray is one of the
It's the scarf.
best.
That nigga gotta take that
He's gotta
scarf
take
off.
the scarf.
I just don't trust a nigga that's always got a scarf on. Like, nigga, it can't always be that cold.
It's like you always look like
Why are you always cold
a
here?
costume
and the rest
on.
of your body, like, does this nigga wear the scarf when he gets in the pool? I just need to know this, Dr.
I don't
Cornel
think he gets
West.
in the pool.
Can we get a show with Dr. Cornel West? Because I got questions
Nina
about
Turner,
the scarf.
I think Nina
she's
Turner
dope.
is one of the most important black women we have today.
Yeah.
And for her to be his surrogate and for black people to come back and be like, well,
I
there's
mean,
some things-
that says a lot. I respect Nina Turner, and you're right. If she's like in his corner, I might listen to what I might be more open. But also because I'm maybe, like not every black person, like you said, even knows who Nina Turner is.
Yeah. No, you're right. He didn't know who Nina Turner was.
No,
last
she's
week.
dope. She's been on
Still
fire
dope.
for
And
years.
to the reparations point, because it is an important conversation. I think a big part of that conversation that we don't understand as black people is we need to look at what happened to Native Americans when it comes to money the government gives to a group of people that have been wronged, because they have gotten majorly fucked on government contracts they're supposed to get, people that are saying they're quote-unquote native, of tribes that aren't recognized by true native people that are getting hundreds of millions of dollars of government subsidies. So when reparations comes down, again, we don't know what it's going to be totally.
Cutting the check is bad. Like, that's...
You think that's what you think so?
Here's the thing. That's why I
Who
have
gets
issue
it?
with the
'Cause who gets the check?
I have a problem with the ADO's contingency, because their plan is not necessarily a good thing for black people. It's more like their mindset of black supremacy. They just want to
They're
take
on some
over.
super racist
They want to
shit.
take over the power position. They don't want to create equity. They want to create another inequality where
I mean,
they're
you're
on
like,
top.
go back to Africa.
They're definitely
And that's
yelling
not.
at,
I feel if you want a power structure that where black people or Africans are in control, that already exists, and maybe we can contribute to.
Well, they're against Pan-Africanism.
Right, and I'm one that more in recent history I'm starting to readjust my thinking in terms of that. But who should get it? I personally believe every black person living.
Because here's the thing, that's the short sightedness of ADOs. It's like black people around the world have been affected by the slave trade, the transatlantic slave trade, in some way or
if
another.
black people went to places like Brazil, it fucked me up when I went to Brazil, because that was where a major part of the diaspora was going.
Yeah.
Was the southern part of the Americas. And when I was there, we toured there last summer, and they were telling us, they was like, no, there's more African Brazilians, like black Brazilians.
Yeah.
And it really is. Like, when we think Brazilians in America, we think, well, you're all colored. Nah.
Not the ones they show in the
They're
porn.
white there, and there's black ones there. And the black ones there are getting killed. There was a woman there, Marielle Franco, and she was doing Black Lives, a gay black woman that was part of the, like, I guess you would call it Congress.
Mm-hmm.
And she was speaking up like Black Lives Matter in Brazil before Black Lives Matter was even a thing, bringing attention to these black people that are getting murdered
Yeah.
in the favelas in places like Rio.
Yeah.
She got killed, murdered, taken the fuck out. You're an out gay black woman in Brazil telling the government, y'all can't kill us anymore.
Yeah.
And they killed her. And the person that killed her, that was a part of it, is related to the dude that's the president now. There's a lot of like corruption
Yeah,
over there
yeah.
and some bullshit. But I think if we were more connected, like our leaders tried to have us in the 60s, maybe
Yeah.
70s, with all
Malcolm
of
X
the
searching out to
diaspora.
Cuba and
Oh,
like,
yeah.
like it's because like
Patrice Lumumba in the Congo.
that's the point that I always make to the ADOS people. It's like when you say American descendants of slaves, you're not being very specific because Brazil is part of the Americas.
Yeah.
You're not
I mean, I
saying
think
North
in that,
American.
in that perspective, maybe my, response was short-sighted in that I'm only thinking about, us that live in the United States. And so, and honesty, that's where my response came from. So maybe that's short-sighted. But when people try to, narrow it down and be like, oh, well, I don't know a black person living that is not somehow affected and still a prisoner. We're still indentured servants, and we're still affected by that. Our genes have been altered. We have hypertension. All these things are a result
Sickle
of slavery. We if even if you said, hey, your reparation comes in the forms of 100% health care moving forward. Because that's a way to try to correct the damage that has been done from a physical,
with that.
psychological perspective, even in that way. But to assume or to say like, oh well, only certain people are affected. We're all damaged.
Yeah.
We're all damaged over here.
And then to go with the whole mindset that they just want a check. And
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, so you give a black person in America a check from the government. Where's that check go? Right back into the government because you're gonna go buy some Jordans. You're gonna go buy go buy a house. Maybe you will go buy a house with it. But guess what? You're putting money right back into the same white economy.
Yeah, that's a
that
good point.
You're trying to get money out of for payback.
It
so
still upholds. It still props up the economy.
So let's not get checks. Let's get
I don't know.
free health care. Let's get free college tuition for our kids. Let's get, some
But-
ways where, like you put a moratorium on people of a certain wealth gap being able to buy property. Like, you
Okay.
can't move into Oakland and just buy a bunch of property and try to rent it out for over. You can't do that
Yeah.
because you need to leave some of that property, like how they do for wildlife. How they say we're going to preserve this section of the forest for this very endangered species here. You can't go in that part of the forest and do nothing. So you can't come.
They're
to
actually doing that in Jackson, Mississippi.
What's that? Oh, like
They should just
like-
give Jackson, Mississippi to black people.
The mayor is
give us
actually
Flint.
the
give us
mayor,
Mississippi.
The mayor of
Yeah.
Jackson, Mississippi, is a black socialist, Chikwe Lumumba, I think is his name, and he is.
He's got a fucked up beard. I already know.
No, he doesn't. He does
that
not.
just
he does
sounds like
not
a
look
nigga that has a
anything like he
struggle
sounds.
beard. Like,
And his
Easy
dad
as
was
hell.
we
the
must
mayor
fight
first, and his
for
dad-
the people.
Yeah.
No, he's American. He's from here.
Chikwe Lumbe.
They're doing like community land trusts to stop gentrification and to stop destroying the community.
Gentrifying Jackson, Mississippi. Good
You'd be
Lord.
surprised.
Yeah.
Every city has a corridor, a tech corridor.
What's
a
hot
medical
in
corridor.
Jackson, Mississippi?
Cheap land.
Racism.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what?
Racism.
So we
I
need
But
to
they
be
elected
over
a
there.
black mayor.
I weighed it out. Honestly, I was in Arizona and I saw
That's one of the most racist
large
states I've ever
parcels of land for a fraction of what it costs to buy a house on a small lot here in the Bay Area.
Really?
It was
You probably
like
couldn't get water there.
it was like no. It was all already set up for water
Oh, it was-
and
it was
everything. It was
ready
like
to go.
land. It's like they want you to build houses out there. It's like all this land that they've already irrigated and have pipes,
to
and
go.
so you just got to put the house on top. But the land is cheap and the house is cheap.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and I get to carry a gun, so I'm like,
Yeah.
I could put up with a little racism if I got a like. I feel like the racism was different there because if you think a nigga got a gun, you might not be so quick to call
Yeah.
him a nigger.
Yeah.
I don't know because here's an open carry state too, so I can have it right here. Like I'm an what? Okay.
Yeah,
All
right.
Okay.
My-
You have
Wait
a
a
good
minute.
day too, sir.
You said you grew up in Tucson?
Yeah.
My first time in Arizona was in Scottsdale at a place, I can't think of the name of it, the Rogue Bar in Scottsdale. We got there
Scottsdale.
too early. As I walked in the door, a native man was walking out, and I guess he got into an altercation with another person in the bar. And somebody in the bar yelled out, "Fuck you, prairie nigger," as I was walking in. I was like, I've never heard that, first of all.
That was a
I
good
have
one.
never heard that either.
Hello to you, too.
Well,
Right.
They got nigger for all of just sand
Yeah.
nigger, prairie nigger.
I never heard anybody get called a prairie
Asian nigger.
That's
You
so
know,
ridiculous.
And that was my introduction
that's
to
an insult to
Arizona.
them and you. That's like it's like they didn't even know you was there. Like,
God,
fuck you, prairie nigger, and you too, nigger.
regular nigger. I never heard that term. The guy apologized to me, but then yelled at the native dude, and I was like, I don't know if I should play here.
Like, I don't really want your apology, bro. I just yeah.
It's
That's
fucked
crazy.
me up. But also, Arizona was remember Public Enemy song, "By the time I get to Arizona," 'cause they didn't want to celebrate
Oh,
Martin Luther
yeah.
King.
Well, they
holiday.
still don't. They call it.
Yeah.
They call it
For
something else. So
years.
they don't call it Martin Luther King's Day. They call it like
Do they really
natural.
call it something else?
They call it Natural Cultural Day or some shit like
Bullshit.
that. No, I'm serious. It's Arizona just they
That's so
well, because
whack.
the people in Arizona wanted that
God,
day off
is
too. They was like, how come everybody get this? Like when you had to go to school and all your friends had the day off. Like, how come I gotta go to school? Everybody got the day off, but I gotta go to school. That's fucked up, Mom. All my brothers get the day off, but because they go to special schools, and because I go to regular school, I gotta go to school.
Wait a minute. So on Martin Luther King Day, the kids go to school, but they can't talk about Martin Luther King.
They don't go to school. They get the day
Oh,
off.
yeah, they
It's a
go to
federal
school,
holiday, but in order to celebrate the federal holiday, they had to give it some kind of name. But it's like, we're not giving
Because
that
you get,
nigga
you
name.
know, you get money for that too. And
Yeah.
that, you get your
They're
money.
like, we're not gonna give
withheld
it
when you
that
don't
nigga's name,
comply.
but we'll call it something.
Wait, who gets money? The school?
The state, yeah.
You know,
That's why you gotta.
So if they honor it, they get money.
Mm-hmm.
So they just like
They'll start
fuck
withholding,
the money.
yeah.
We don't care.
Well,
We're
I
not
like
doing
to
that.
Were they the
everybody know
last
that
ones to
I
also say
honor-
like gay people couldn't? What was it? That was the gay cake
I
place,
think
right?
so.
That's the gay cake.
Oh, that I don't know.
That was in I think that was in Tucson or Phoenix. Was it
Just-
Phoenix, right?
here's the thing: it's in Arizona. It doesn't matter what
Yeah.
the name of the city
It
is.
doesn't.
Honestly, I'm saying this in all hopes that I never get booked in Arizona. It does not matter where
What-
you are in
You're
Arizona.
playing
What
the
about
fucking
Phoenix?
the Tucson Convention Center now.
Fuck that. I've been to Phoenix.
I've never
You
seen
have.
black people.
It's
in
hot,
Arizona.
and then it rains, and
Yeah.
then it floods, and then it's hot again.
Yeah.
And then white people are lobster colored, and then you got to deal like like I said, I would live there because it's cheap and I carry a gun, and I'd rather put up with a little racism for cheap rent. Like that's the thing that pisses
Yeah.
me off with the Bay Area. Y'all gonna be racist and
And-
expensive.
yeah.
What the fuck, B?
Right.
Pick one. Pick a struggle, nigga.
You can carry a gun in Kentucky.
Kentucky, they got the chicken though, right? Fried chicken.
Yes.
No, I'm just being stupid. That's just really not
I
from
would-
Kentucky. That's kind
How
of.
Hell
did you
nah.
like Albuquerque? I was actually just.
You
in
know, I was a
Albuquerque.
baby. I
Oh,
was
okay, so
It
born
was a
there.
baby, man.
Yeah, I
It
a
was
baby.
great.
Yeah.
Have you been back doing comedy?
No. No, I have not been to Arizona.
Have either one of you done comedy in like New Mexico or?
I hosted.
I have not been.
I went on tour with Talib, and we did Tucson. We did Albuquerque, and then we did
Sunshine Theater?
Tempe.
Oh, you played Tempe?
Yeah, it was weird because I was like,
Word.
why don't we just play Phoenix? It's right fucking there.
Like
what was it
nope.
with Tempe? What?
It was some big. I've been there before. Actually, when I went on tour with
The
I was-
Marquee Theater.
yeah.
Yeah.
I went on tour with Rebel. I was tour managing Pep Love when he was opening for Revolution on tour,
Mhm.
and we went and played there, and it was packed. And then with Quali, the promoter fucked up, and it wasn't packed because this is like a place that was 1,200 people, and it was like 600 people,
Okay.
which is still great for me being
Yeah.
a comedian that does shows for like 6 people.
Yeah.
So I was like,
Minus
Talib was
6
like,
and shit.
Talib was like, what? Oh, this hella weak. They didn't promote the shit. I'm like, nigga, it's 600 people here.
Yeah. You're like, geek.
That's great. It's like rookie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just, and so I did that, and like it just felt very weird to be able to look at Phoenix but not perform there. I'm like,
Yeah.
why are we doing Tempe?
Yeah.
This is bullshit.
What is this question is for both of you. When you go out and you see a crowd of like 8 people and you know it's like no one's showing up tonight. It's Tuesday in fucking San Jose and no one's there. How do you guys approach that set?
Same
Do
way.
you do the whole like I'm gonna kill it no matter what, or do you sometimes you just say fuck it, these motherfuckers about to
I'll
get
let-
some new shit.
I'll let you answer.
I'm working out some new shit.
I will have a seat. For me, I I want to be on a stool and I want to sit down and I want to try to talk to them. And even if I'm doing my material, it ain't all high powered. I'll try to make it more conversational.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But a lot of times with 8 people, I mean, it's tough. I feel like maybe this is a chance to try out some new material
Yes.
and talk to them and just have a conversation. But I'm definitely sitting down to make it more. Yeah, because it's a mental thing for me.
Yeah.
It's a mental thing for me. When I sit down, I'm in a more conversational state than when I'm standing up, and I need to bring that fire.
Yeah, I feel on that. I mean, I'm more like, I'm like Ray Charles. Great Ray Charles said, "I'm gonna make it do what it do, baby."
Yeah.
It's 8 people. All right, well, we gonna make it do what it do, baby. You know, I had my mentor, the great Kirk McHenry, one of the greatest light skinned comedians to ever touch the microphone. What's up, Kay? What's up, Mac?
Hey, Mac.
He told me, 2 or 2,000. You know what I mean? 2 or 2,000. You just rock it the same way. Now, I am different. Like, if it's 8 people, yes, you're definitely not going to go full, full energy. You're definitely going to bring, and also what happens is, I feel with 8 people, you got to do more individual, like you got to be like, hey, how, you got to do more crowd work, because if not, it just makes them feel like they're sitting there watching a person lose their fucking mind. Like, this guy.
I feel like it almost puts pressure on them.
It does.
When you don't make the adjustment, you put the pressure on them and you make them uncomfortable because they know it's only 4 people and you keep looking at them and it's weird.
I've seen comedians go up to a room of like 6 people and they'll do their set as if it's 35,000 people, and they keep asking questions. Is anybody in here? Do this like, nigga, no, your sample size is so small, bro.
Why are you
like,
yelling?
it's just better. Just ask them individually. What do you do? What is your story?
How was your day?
How was your day? Like, individually greet these niggas, because this whole acting like it's 30 people in the back and you just try. No, man, I get it.
Yeah,
I get the performance aspect of it.
Confidence, but
I get, but
dial it down.
That's what makes great comedians to me. Between comics, comedians, like a comic is always going to have the same script routine no matter what the crowd, and they're never going to adapt it. They're always going to do the same, whereas a comedian will sit down, like you said, and look at the crowd and say, okay, these people are definitely not going to be into my fisting jokes. So I will.
Can't do them ass-eating jokes tonight. That ain't gonna work.
No booty eating tonight. Let me just stick to this family jokes. You know what I mean? And
have you ever? So do you guys, as a black person that never gets to play in front of black people, do you guys normally play in front of black audiences with your comedy?
Fuck no, I can do it all the time. I love it.
I do not.
You do not.
Very rarely.
Oh.
I need to do more.
So
it's a weird dynamic. Like he does hardcore metal rock.
Yeah.
So him not performing for black people is one thing. That's a whole different thing.
Because it's the genre of music.
But with comedy, since everybody likes comedy, it's like there is a thing with black comedians, and we'll there's a group, but we're not gonna discuss it. I mean, actually, you're black, so we can discuss it with you. But like, basically, it's a black comedians group, and one of the things is we've debated is black comedians who don't do black rooms.
They've debated that over and over.
There's 2 kinds of black comedians. There's the black comedian who doesn't want to do black rooms because he feels he's too smart or they're too eclectic. Yeah, no, there's black comedians who really feel like they're too smart for black crowds. Like, black crowds don't like to think. Black crowds only want you to hump the stool, and it's just that's one.
Pull your titty out. Pull your titty out.
And then there's your type of black comedian where it's like, it's not that you don't want to do black, it's just that you get more bookings in white rooms, and that's because of where we are.
Yeah.
And, imagine if we were in Atlanta, you would do more black rooms.
Absolutely.
If we were in New York, there would be more chances. But like here in the Bay Area where we're being gentrified out, it's really because back in the day when there were black people in Oakland, you couldn't avoid doing a black room.
Yeah.
Like if you did a show in Oakland, you had to do Dorsey.
I can do
Dorsey.
I can do shows in Oakland every night of the week, and it'd be no black people.
No black people.
Really?
That's
weird.
The influx of white and other cultures have come into Oakland. I play packed out shows in Oakland, and there's maybe 1 or 2 black people in the room.
Are they getting your jokes?
Absolutely, 100%.
Black people.
So you don't do black people do this, white people do this jokes?
You
I'm
can.
fucking with you.
No, you have to. Like
Yeah.
it's like in America, you have to do those jokes, but it's how you do those.
You know,
jokes.
I will admit, I will make an admission on this podcast
Oh yeah,
that
hot take.
I have been intimidated.
Mm.
I have been intimidated.
I know.
And it's not that I would love to, I would love to do it more, and I need to step up and do it more, because this is what was proven to me recently, is that as much as I don't do it, and I think in my mind that they're not going to respect what I have to say as a queer woman. My first national television spot was given to me by a black woman on a black network. So everything that I thought was just proven to be wrong, because it was mostly black people in the audience when I did the set.
Gotcha.
Right? When I
Yeah.
taped the set, Revolt is black.
Yes.
And so for me, coming from a place where I don't really do black rooms, that's where my first television opportunity came from that network and a peer of people that look like me.
Well,
Did you feel more comfortable?
I felt comfortable as a performer.
Yeah.
I felt comfortable that I knew I was at the right place. This
it was
the
like Boomerang. It was like the movie Boomerang.
I'm
It
here
was
for a reason. I'm here.
like the movie Boomerang. It's like it was not a movie based on blackness, but it was a black movie.
absolutely.
It wasn't a. Let me rephrase that. Switch that. It wasn't a black movie. It was a movie that had black people in it doing
Normal black.
normal.
That's
life
100%.
shit.
Yeah.
And so I think what a lot of times is in comedy, like there's the term urban comedy, which is often tossed around by white promoters
Yeah.
to say, we don't really do black comedy unless it's this one night where we do, deaf
Sunday.
comedy
Yeah.
laughs, or, chocolate jokes,
Step infection.
and
Whatever.
and whatever, and then that's the night.
Chocolate jokes.
It's kind of like, being with the woman thing. I feel like, with what happens with white women is a lot of times when a show promoter says, I need to put a woman on the show, they always go to white women
100,
first,
yeah.
because they're like, I can fill this small minority by just putting a white woman. Instead of thinking, well, if I get a black woman, I get the black comic and a woman. Bam. So
Yeah.
Do you think they just, again, this is from a total outside noob question. Do you think it's one of those things that once they see your face as a comic, they just go, oh, you're the urban person?
Oh yeah, and that's one thing I love about myself is I can do rooms full of black people,
Yeah.
rooms full of white people, and
You can.
I'm gonna be the same nigga in both rooms.
Yeah, he is.
Do they do that? They try to. So you've got out of the pigeonhole.
I
Chey?
feel like I have. I feel that because most of my opportunities for booking shows, even if I'm black, it's passed on by other mostly white men.
Ah.
So if they say you need a female, then other white men will be like, Chey Bell, put her, So I feel like from that perspective. But I'm the same person also. I'm and again, that's why it scares me. I'm the same performer in a white room as I am in a black room.
Well, because black people are a little bit different. Black people laugh a little differently. I mean, white people, you go to the white room and they, oh, you're a comedian? Oh my God, I cannot wait to see you. I know you're gonna be funny. Oh my God, I just cannot wait. You're gonna be hilarious. You're gonna be fine. Black rooms, oh, you the comedian? Nigga, you better be funny.
Yeah.
Nigga, I'm gonna roast you if you're not funny.
Yeah.
Nigga, why you gotta go there? Why I gotta be all hot? Why is it gotta why can't I
Why I
just
gotta be Richard Pryor in '75?
It's like, damn,
Yeah.
For you
nigga,
to laugh.
like, come on, because I feel like black people go through so much. They just feel like, look, our entertainment must be top notch. Like, if we're laughing off of this terrible world we live in, we're definitely gonna need something that's a little stronger than. It's like when someone says, let's go have a drink, and they want some wine, and you're like, nah, I need a drink.
Yeah,
nigga.
yeah.
You know what
I
I
need a
mean?
cocktail.
And that's black people with comedy. White people they'll take the wine.
So
comedy. They're
I started watching. So Def Jam. They have all the old Def Jams
Oh, my
on
God.
Amazon. I think it is.
Yeah.
And I started watching season 1. And if you watch season 1, there's a hell of a mix of like old comics that had been doing it for years and never got that TV shine, and young up and coming kind of these crazy dudes. And then if you watch it towards the end, it felt like there was almost an act they felt they had to do, the Def Jam.
Yes.
This is urban
It
humor.
changed the culture of black comedy.
This,
Def
this-
Jam.
this is the urban humor, and I'm gonna do the you want me to do this, and that's when the whole like
That's when DJs started showing up at comedy shows. That's when
Yeah.
Kid Capri
Yeah.
started that trend of now we got to have a DJ at the comedy show. And then that took the live band. That's why I brought the live band back, because I was like, the DJ is dope. I love
Live band is a
DJs.
good idea. Live band is a good idea, though.
Yeah.
I think that's dope. It creates a cool atmosphere. And I can't wait to see your show, though.
Okay. Well, you can stay, but I guess you got to go because you got a show.
Yeah, I
so
do.
Chey Bell, please tell the people where they can get you, find you, stalk you, whatever you
all
need.
that. Chey Bell Comedy, Chey Bell Comedy. And that's
Yeah.
on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook.
Oh, you just across the board. I'm like,
What?
We'll put links up to all of your social media
Yeah.
on the
we're gonna put your
podcast.
Revolt setup.
Okay.
Can we find? We can just.
Ooh,
Yeah,
is
you
your
can
Revolt
put
it on YouTube or anything?
It's probably on, I don't think it's
On
on
Revolt.
YouTube yet. It's on Revolt, though.
Okay.
I think you can pull it down.
Revolt? Oh
Yeah.
my God. Well, thanks for coming through.
This has been fun. Thanks
you,
for
Chey.
guys
This
for
is
having
actually,
me.
Chey,
Hey.
It took a woman to come to the show for us to be organized to finish within an hour.
Yes.
But we do have bonus material. We will have bonus material.
Awesome.
Because tonight, Chris
Oh,
Riggins smoking
man.
jokes.
With Dame
LAL from
Drummers.
Toronto. I'm excited.
You
for
gotta say the
tonight.
whole name though. You gotta say Chris Riggin smoking jokes with Dame Drummers, 3 Pac Shakur.
I'm sorry. I'll say it again. What is it again?
Chris Riggins smoking jokes with Dame Drummers, 3 Pac Shakur.
That's going to be awesome.
Yeah, it's gonna be dope. It's real fun. We're doing
A
a
nice,
secret
quaint
show tonight.
environment.
Well, for you people that want to see that, if you can't come here, because we're not gonna give you the address, so by the time you listen to this, it will have happened.
It will have happened.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna let y'all shoot us a little cash and let you hear it in. You know what I'm saying? Let you
On the
listen
low
in.
low.
It'll be on the bonus
On the
material,
low. And if you're really nice, I might start leaking some bits of my album. The album
Oh,
that
wow.
we did.
What's the album
The
called?
album is just called Chris Riggins Smoking Jokes with Dame Drummers, 3 Pac Shakur, because that's a long name. So I was like adding a name to the album. Actually, you know what? We should add a name to the album.
Yeah.
Could we? You wanna name it? It's a Tribe Called Quest tribute, sort of. Like we do a lot of Tribe Called Quest. Like the album cover is gonna be dope. It's gonna be like the Midnight Marauders album cover, but like with the
Called Quest.
1960s Blue Note jazz cover.
With all the faces
I
on it?
wish
Is that
I was
Midnight Marauders?
quicker and more agile in this moment, but I can't think of
We'll
anything.
think of it. We'll
That's
brainstorm.
that's a hard thing to put on people.
We'll brainstorm.
Yeah.
The album comes out March 29th, so maybe
Oh,
if people
shit.
hear this one, maybe we'll get this one up. You
It'll
know.
be up tomorrow.
It'll be up tomorrow. If you hear this tomorrow,
So Monday morning.
and you know me, inbox me your name suggestions, or you can inbox Jason. He also likes dick pics. No, I was kidding.
Oh, God damn.
I'm kidding. Jason is straight. He has 5 babies, 2 of which are the same age, but they weren't born at the same time.
Ghetto twins?
Ghetto twins. Project twins, ghetto twins, whatever you want to
Get it,
call
get it.
them. They're beautiful little,
They're beige.
they're
Yeah.
beige. Yeah, you make a lot of half babies.
So my oldest son, because he met the daughter that I didn't know about
star
Saturday,
shit.
yesterday, and he goes, "Dad, what is she?"
Well,
I was like, "Well, she's part Puerto Rican." He goes, "Oh, okay, because she looks Hispanic."
Oh, my God.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay.
Thanks for making fun of me.
Okay, so let me close this off. This will be my 10th month clean and sober.
Yay.
The 13th of March, 10 months. I'm excited. I'm
That's
good.
wonderful.
I feel great. I did it for my children. The only thing I'm ever going to do for them in life is
Yeah.
get clean. Because I have no nepotism to give them. I have no land or anything. Not yet. But, I did this for them. And I felt really good about it until last week because my youngest, Zoe, we all are going to learn a lot about her over the next however long this podcast is done. She is a beautiful child, but she's also an asshole. She told me that her and her sister took a poll between the two of them and that they liked drunk dad better.
Oh, my God.
They like drunk dad better. And I am utterly hurt.
Offended.
Pissed
That's
off
hella funny.
because I liked drunk dad better too.
Yeah, all right.
That nigga was fun.
I hope you writing a joke about that.
I am. Me and
That's
him
so
had a good.
fucked
And
up.
here's the thing, and I feel bad for them. If they like drunk dad, whoa, they missed out on coke dad. That nigga was lit. Coke dad was lit, nigga. We would have been at the park for 16 hours every day. 4 a.m. at the park, counting the sand, fucking doing all kinds of cokehead shit. And Molly dad, like glitter and glow sticks. So, Oh my God.
Jesus Christ.
These people they don't know what they're missing out on. Thank you, Chey Bell, for coming
Thank you,
through.
Chey Bell.
No, Chey, you're an important lady. You got to go. Thanks for coming, bringing your intelligence and wisdom here. Come by anytime. If you want to catch Chey Bell, check out her internets at Chey
See
Bell
where she's
Comedy.
performing.
CheybEll Comedy. You can catch me on stage every Tuesday at the Copper Spoon in Oakland. That's 4031 Broadway. Or you can catch me at the Era Art Bar and Lounge on Grand Avenue. That's 19 Grand Avenue every Friday night at 7:30. 7:30. We're going to do it big. But tonight we got to go because we have a show with LAL from Toronto. And, of course, Chris Riggin smoking jokes with Dame Drummers. 3 Pac Shakur. So, with that being said, thanks for listening. Listen again. Tell your friends. Share with the people. And we're going to get we're out of here. All right. Bye. Sit. Hey, Jason. Done.
It's over. This the outro to my show. This the outro to my show. Yeah, I really gotta go. It's the outro to my show. Gotta go, gotta go. Gotta hit Costco, cause I really gotta go. This is the outro to my show. It's the Chris Riggin Show. Yeah, it's the outro to my show. I just really gotta go. This the outro to my show. Go home, ho.